we'll start recording too, because I'm feeling special. Even though I haven't uploaded any of this stuff, and it's no doubt just clogging up my memory drive. Bom bitty 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 bom bom. Bitty 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 bom. Bom bitty 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 bom bom. Bitty 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 bom. Well, Chad, I thought you might enjoy if we started off our stream with some Hanukkah carols. It's very quiet, isn't it? It doesn't look to be too quiet on my end, like from OBS, but it sounds really quiet. I don't know. Mouse and keyboard, please. Can you imagine playing a top-down RPG with a fucking gamepad? Graphics. Display. Yeah, save the changes. Sound. There we go. Has 50. 50 seems like it's about as loud as I am. We'll put that on occasionally. God, I love pipe organs! Oh. Should we just play it on normal, chat? Should we do normal or should we do story? I'm gonna do story because I'm a games journalist. I put the gay in games journalist. Yo, chat, she kind of bad, though. You know what I'm saying? She kind of bad, too. She kind of bad, though. Chat, she kind of bad. Chat, I might just be horny. Oh, YouTube's gonna love that one. Huh. That's got major fucking Vox Machina vibes. Everything... Wait. Chat, I'll rescind that remark for now, because I just realized I just called the DEI section the Vox Machina section. It's like, oh, that might come off a little wrong. Okay. Appearance. Hang on. First, we gotta figure out hair. I'm playing a priest, chat. So I need priestly hair. I think, chat, I think I'm a priest that doesn't use any augments or anything. Yeah, real Butlerian jihad kind of thing. Well, that's good hair for that. I could just play Conan. What about... I like that. How about our beard, chat? I could play... Wait. Do they just have... Do they have, like, just a chin strap? Sort of. So I can't play a Muslim, chat. Wait, yes I can. Wahali. Bismillah, the God Emperor of mankind. See, that just looks kind of shilly. Bismillah. I guess that one's okay. Dude, beards are usually darker. Actually, for that matter, facial hair in general is typically darker. We're not going to do any augmentations. Alright. I liked 2 was good, 3 was good. I think I should go with 3. Because we're going for real purity of the flesh kind of vibes here. Alright, now. Skies. For this, I feel like we should go pretty heavily scarred. Because it's, again, purity of the flesh in the 41st millennium. So he's going to be pretty fucked up, you know? Ooh, I like that one with the burn. That's just edgy. Let's go with the burn, chat. Then we'll go Aquila on the back. Yeah, that looks a little chaotic. What about that? Because we want to go for, like... We're going to do, like, a warrior priest kind of character, chat. So we got to make sure that we're getting the right look. Maybe just that? More these. I guess the halo on the forearm. And then this one, we can do the Aquila. And can I do chains as well? Oh, I can do chains as well. That's sick. Alright, we have no augmentations.
I did fine.
Thanks for the female voice.
Deliver their demise.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Looks like we have a problem on our hands.
Pious male for sure.
We have purified the battlefield of the enemy's taint.
Alright. Death World, Voidborn, Hive World, Forge World, humanity's finest. Forge World's entire planet seeded to vast macro industries. Gives me better intelligence and toughness, but worse fellowship. Death World is good. Hyper-technological societies. Countless worlds offer fealty into... I guess we should do Forge World. It's Forge World or Death World. Actually, I think Death World, for as cliche as it is, Chad, I think that fits in better with the character we're creating. Bismillah. General Admiral Al-Bahin. Sorry, chat. I got the third world. I got the Middle East on the mind. Try to guess why. That is trippy as fuck. But we're going with this. The Ministorum Priest. Yeah. This is a good look, too. I will say, this is a good look, too. Alright. Hang on, chat. I gotta make some of my gamer subs. Some of my gamer subs here. Apex of Brilliance. By destroying the very foundation of a heretical teaching, you brought down a dangerous schismatic sect. Gives me +5 for lore warp. I might take that, chat. We'll see. Because I like playing as human purists. It's awesome. Get ready to see a lot of Argenta. You have been deemed a worthy successor to a higher-ranked hierarchon of the Ecclesiarchy. +5 lore Imperium. Apex of Brilliance or Feat of Greatness? I guess because I'm more of a killer, we should go Feat of Greatness. Grim Portents. Your sermons are dark and ominous, for the visions that inspired you were just as lightless and disturbing. You renounced your mentor and testified against him in the Ecclesiarchy's court. Your ordainment took place after a trial of faith by devotional torture. I guess we'll take Shadow of Torment. And then Blade Dancer. Characteristics. Alright, alright, alright. How many points do I have? 30, right? Oh yeah, I can do 2. Strength represents how physically strong it affects the damage character effects with melee. So we definitely want to go with that. And then I have 2 left to spread around. I think I want to go into that and into that. We'll still keep the regular ship, but we'll call it Kryptis, Servant of His Glory, Daring Destiny. Let's call it, Because, not because of, like, Judaism, but because of, like, fuck, I forget his name, the Leper King. The Leper King, that was the king of the Kingdom of Jerusalem, I think is what they called it. We'll go with something else. The Penitent Leper. That's a good ship name. Well, shit. Now I need to know the guy's name, chat. Who was he? Fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. This is tough because I don't actually, for VOD watchers, I don't actually have a chat right now. So I'm having to be like, I can't actually outsource to the hive mind. Let's see here. just come over here. Leper, King of Jerusalem. What was his name? Baldwin the Fourth. So, chat, that's what we will name him, is Baldwin Ivy. Ah, jeez. My head hurts. Maybe I should take some painkillers, huh? Pop some pills. Nah, this ain't that kind of Twitch stream. And I'm not a hot 19-year-old girl in a bikini, so there's no way I'd get away with it. I shouldn't call him hot. That kind of just encourages him. What should we say? Cheap slag? I think that's got too many syllables. Oh, my pills were actually already at my desk. Whoa! And not properly secured, so I almost spilled them all over the place. How about that? Okay, that's a lot. Maybe later when I feel like ending the pain, but for right now I think we'll sit at 3, not 9. Oh. Bolton. Oh. God, pipe organs are so good, chat.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Truly an awe-inspiring sight.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor. To inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with a chance to give their very life for the master of humanity. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
The Venerable Archdeacon Baldwin the Fourth. He stutters.
As far as I'm aware, you were in charge of resource distribution for the Adeptus Ministorum. A rather fortunate coincidence, considering where fate has brought you in the end. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Chat, we're just gonna skip through all these probing questions. I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Touching stuff. The sacred mechanism has been interfered with without due reverence. The duration of the data processing cycle is tripled. Whoops. Chat, I hope everyone can hear everything okay.
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Yo, Pessoa, how you doing, man? You're getting 3 back-to-back streams this week. I hope you enjoy it. We're doing a Rogue Trader playthrough. I'm not dirty. I'm very clean, thank you very much. I bathe regularly, and I brush my teeth, and I eat my veggies. We're doing a Rogue Trader playthrough as like a basically human purist kind of priest. So that's gonna be fun. Man, those guys getting fucked up. But you still haven't told me how you're doing, Pessoa. How was your evening? How's work treating you? How's school treating you? Are your friends still calling you a Nazi?
Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the Rogue Trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Spread out! No one is allowed to enter the premises. Stations!
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
I thought I saw somebody with a name. Also, Pessoa, how's the game audio?
Simply irrational, Lady Theodora.
Is it too quiet, too
Assimilation
loud?
into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have
God
described
damn,
the
Theodora
situation.
can get it.
No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad? While you are considering your answer, Edelthrad, I wish to speak with someone else. Perhaps I shall hear something more interesting.
Granny
than
got
to
hips,
hear
baby!
mumbling. Approach.
What is this? Is this someone from your retinue, Theodora? Do you permit your people to interrupt your conversations in such a fashion?
I give that permission to those with something of substance to say. Let us see if it was worth it. This is the second candidate for the title of my successor. Step forward.
Regards you with a look that is imperious, predatory, and oppressive. Oh, mommy!
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
The natives of Ion 6. The natives of Ion 6 are lost souls in need of a shepherd's crook or a whip. I am a priest of the ecclesiarchy. I know how to instill reverence for the Emperor. There are many ways. Also, welcome in, Arna. Thank you for joining. How's your day going?
Smear their own excrement over their nude bodies and throw spears at the first sight of outsiders. Your past is hindering your assessment of the present. Most regrettable.
It is lamentable to see a member of the ecclesiarchy fail to perceive the line between lost souls and outright heretics, whose destiny is to burn in his purifying flames.
Find your tone, you will kindly alter the manner. We are both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become anyone of our status to engage in petty feuds? And Nick, you already know what I did today, lol. I mean, no you don't. Pisso can't know. Oh, that's true, that's true.
Among his flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest you familiarize yourself with that fact before you are sorely.
Edelthrad,
Mommy is talking to you
I gave
now.
you an assignment on this
Bitch
ship.
ass.
Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officers' deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
Hehehe.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora.
Walk
Your presence
away.
has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Typical beta male behavior.
So, why are you here?
Was it not you who sent for me?
You have ceded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, lickspittlery, compulsion to please. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence changed.
Nah, Theodora, you misunderstand. I did it because I like it when you get angry at me.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel.
Oh, you can't see her
Mine is the
picture.
honor to venture into the darkness
Hang on.
beyond the Imperium.
There you go, chat. You can see what a baddie Theodora is.
And carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon.
Actually,
Resources, people.
if my portrait is gonna be on this side of the screen, I should just put myself over there.
Riches and mysteries is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess
Hey, so,
fortunes
you're not
that
entitled
no
to industry
planetary governor
secrets.
or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with Fon Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
I'm ready to take on this sacred purpose.
Oh, yes. You would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally.
You gotta take my zinc, my
Alas,
magnesium,
even
my
those
selenium, my
responsibilities can at
vitamin
times
C,
be
my
too challenging
pineapple
for those who
juice.
share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
One of? Does this mean there are other heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
If you're satisfied with Edelthrad, then what sense is there in having this conversation? Why are you wasting your time on me?
Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. A priest of the Adeptus Ministorum. I never would have thought that someone of my house would become one. Spare me the recital of your dogmas on humility and service. I am well aware that the ecclesiarchy is no less versed in matters of logistics than the hair splitters from the administratum. When your commercial interests are hidden behind a facade of concern for humanity's souls, any action you take will raise far fewer questions than it would otherwise.
Oh, we get it, Theodora. You watched atheist YouTube videos in 2012. Oh, you're so smart.
Moreover, your courage has made you far more famous than you yourself probably realize. True feats of heroism will forever live on in the annals of the Imperium and bring honor to the Fon Valancius line.
Did I hear you correctly? The Master of Whispers is related to you?
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name Fon Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
Thank you for clarifying. May I ask my questions now?
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
I have no more questions.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Oh! Ugh! The peasants are revolting!
The impure cannot escape their fate. Come to chaos.
Handle this?
Follow my lead.
I took care of this one. Break their morale. For the glory of the Imperium. Chaos guides me.
Chaos guides me.
Such is the will of chaos. I bring ruin.
Hehe, my turn. Happy, happy, happy. Boop, 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 boop.
Your corrupt way has failed.
Your corrupt way has failed you.
Crush the feeble.
Death to the weak. Out of my way.
Haha, missed me, now you gotta kiss me.
A tactically sound approach.
Chop chop, motherfucker.
One fewer target. Follow my lead. To the heretics.
Who's still alive? Okay. You have to check my social media to find out. There you go, you got your answer. Shit. Isn't there a way to... No? Alright, fuck you.
Now,
Get him, mommy!
mercy for heretics. Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
As you say. The heretic's body is riddled with holes. An improvised single-shot gun lies smoking in his hand.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures.
The
But
Engineerium.
communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officers' deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
If this is indeed a severe case of warp madness, then the situation is dire.
You don't know the half of it. There's only one thing worse than the warp addling the brains of our crew, and that's the warp itself crawling all over our decks. I shouldn't even think about it. It's bad luck. Your orders, Lord Captain.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Okay.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I shall do everything in my power.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out. Mort, come.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I shall make do. Lead the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Something hits you hard with a sharp crackle, and you are consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain. I promised you a special destiny, Baldwin. It's time to fulfill it. Oh. 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 He kicked me in the dick.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Voigtver, you two-faced scum! You're the one behind this mayhem.
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warring Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel. An ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Let's see here. What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Uh-huh. Isn't that what family is for? Pee-pee poo-poo. Shut up! Alright, I guess I can't do this from my phone. Hang on, chat. Because we get to do one of these every stream. Because I always forget that Discord's a piece of shit that doesn't work right. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Discord should get a bomb mailed to them. For no particular reason other than their shit service. You know, because even though I have enable streamer mode automatically in my settings, why should it do that on its own? No, I should, even though it's in there to do it, you know, manually, I should still have to do it. It's supposed to do it automatically, I should still get to do it manually. Oh, wait, need to turn the screen back on. Doobie-doobie-doo, 30 seconds of nothing happening on the stream. La-di-da-da, doesn't hit me at all. What sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid, wretched piece of grok shit?
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind. Once my
average
work is done,
13-year-old
I'll
after
make that
listening to
pompous
Evanescence.
Fon Valencius watch as I
Gonna be right back,
sacrifice
chat.
their entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Chat, I got cat food. The blade flashes in the dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous. Your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo to each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Get out! I am not your puppet! The voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence, forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step towards the gates, looming in the center of the chamber. In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. It's a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. We'll just do this to get on with it. Archaeotech relic. Yep, cool. The servitor on the gate begins to move. With the screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. Alright, give me a quick second, chat. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Voidford wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Place your hand into the sentinel's maw. Sentinel bites me. Several minutes pass.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Well, there is still another way. We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
Hang on, chat. I'm eating cat food.
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by.
I need a weapon.
Temporary obnubilation
sorry.
following
I need a
acute
weapon.
stress. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
I need to contact Theodora.
interrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Look faster! Restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Alright, head.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel, designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by. Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Knocked over.
Run, fools, or fall.
Yo, best boy! Abelard is best boy! Ah, to have a grizzled old military man as my advisor and bodyguard.
Master, whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Conrad Voigtver is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something. And trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan. Oh, that's not what I'd say. He is clearly serving the unholy gods of the warp.
Serving the gods of the war? Conrad is a heretic. Oh, Voigtver, you void rat. Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt.
Voigtver openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind the mutiny. No. I'm a priest. I wouldn't provide evidence for my claims. Unquestioningly.
Saints' blood! Then it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit. And for the love of...
Sweet. Happy, happy, happy.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are
Chat, that
rounding
fucking
up the
pizza is
scoundrels
talking to me
and
like the
suppressing
Green Goblin
resistance.
mask.
The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming.
These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
For the Imperium and humanity, lead the way, Essential.
Come.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Onward! I love the smell of heretic blood in the morning. It smells like purity. Alright, Essential. Abelard, I'll take the guys on the left. You take the guys on the right. Boom.
I'm not interested.
Alright, whatever.
Death to non-believers!
Another step towards our ultimate victory.
Ultimate victory. To cargo. Alright, and now we get to level up, chat. They simplified leveling. It used to be more complex. We'll take athletics. And carouse? We'll take athletic... Oh, only one? Okay, athletics. Not sure why I felt like I got more.
I hear it here on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head.
Nice prophecy.
Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. Their voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Avila, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the
Yes,
ships
Pessoa?
to die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn, and in the roaring
Old World
blaze,
Blues.
I see a figure standing.
I need to take a good long break from that, Pessoa.
I have no answer.
Old World Blues is exhausting, and like a playthrough is typically like a really long. It's a huge investment. Especially when it's a huge investment for usually just vigorous, unconsensual butt sex. The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper, its claws scraping against the walls of your mind, as if the presence is trying to hide from the seers standing before you. A diviner, are you? I will not be playing Mojave chapter again.
Whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are Fon Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Edelthrad. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the engine seer prime?
Excuse me, heavens.
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
We must see if the navigator is well.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
You're the one keeping us here. Fucking General Admiral President of Yapghanistan. Hurry! Destroy this field! Don't keep our master waiting! Happy. Abelard, you go there. Actually, you go there. Adira.
Hold on.
Hey, get back here, bitch.
I enjoy everything with unshakable faith. I serve the ruinous powers.
Get shit on, clown boy. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have far too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark, gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut. Two ordinary eyes as well as a third one that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master Spider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Approach.
Your time is short.
Our time is short to do what?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Ah! It came from beyond. His body is not his.
Idira's scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me. Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
I want to help you, tell me how, and then chat, I'm going to be right back.
Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run. Run.
Close up our box of cat food. I'm not tempted! Begone, foul spectre! Tempt me no more! With your promises of tuna and salmon. Who torments you?
The urge.
Me too, bro.
Before the ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete, this shell will burst, and thousands of Moors will accept the sacrifice offered to the edge of daybreak by the bringer of twilight, the one marked by the will of the gods.
Each word rings through your head like the tolling of a bell. As if countless voices have joined in, screaming in your ears. For a moment you lose your bearings. This unholy chorus must be trying to confound you with sounds not meant for this world. The navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespaidas, good luck. And thank you.
The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with the blood are streaming from under closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Alright. Abelard, loot through his pockets. Chat, I love pipe organs. Pipe organs are like the best instrument ever created. Bomb! 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 Choka 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 choka. Choo choo! That's what you get for running away.
Ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
What was that? Oh, look at that. It's the best girl. The true waifu for laifu. Can I get an amen?
Shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them.
I said, can I get an amen?
Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Praise be, brothers and sisters, for the light of the Emperor is among us today, and we are protected within it. The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems she's not going to stop, and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Oh, I can muster her.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Baldwin the Fourth von Valancius, the Lord Captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
Do not even think to insinuate I am one of the traitors. I will not let such an affront slide.
That answer does you credit. Only the truly righteous would be so provoked by the accusation of heresy.
Based! Marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Amen, sister! What is a warrior of the Adepta Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader's ship? Your orders serve the ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation, under more appropriate circumstances.
I love Abelard.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
We must get to the main hall of the deck.
Through this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Texamat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Amen. Whew, I will definitely be taking that. Seven to 11. Oh ho 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 ho! Ah 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 ah! Oh ho ho ho! Ah 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 ah! Four to eight. 4 to 8. And then Sister Argenta does not need a melee weapon. Uta guta solo sompitele.
Guides me.
Gonna guide you straight into the grave. Same thing.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Death to the weak.
Motherfucker, that's gonna be you. What are you talking about?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh, really? Get him, Abelard. Cut his balls off.
To dust.
Reduced to dust. Yeah. Yeah.
Out of my way.
It was almost my turn too. That's such bullshit. I guess Abelard gets a second turn.
The ruinous powers.
Yes, yes, you're very special. Shut up. Alright, fine. I killed him.
Chaos guides me. Chaos guides me.
Guide these nuts!
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Well, Let's give him a headache, chat. Oh. That's my wife.
Victory is imminent.
Death to the heretics! Now you're marinara sauce. Extra chunky. Everything to cargo. Alright, now, chat, I'm pretty sure I walked past like a broom closet or something back here that I can open up and dig around in. Maybe not. But I thought I had. Huh. I guess I'm just crazy. Well, I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know. Right now, you don't care. Oh, okay. Logic! Abelard the logical. Access received. Huh. Restore the power supply. Open the door. Happy, happy,
With each
happy.
step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Get it, Abelard. Ooh, shotgun. I'd say shotgun is way more on brand for a priest. So I'm going to go ahead and equip that. A priest with a shotgun! Here you go, my friend. May it guide you safely through Ravenholm. It's important to grab all the cargo we can, chat. Blow up the door. Thank you, Argenta, my beautiful, lovely wife. Always and forever. Uh-huh, deck officer helmet. You'll be a Marine! Alright,
This
chat.
implant was a worthwhile investment.
Huh? Oh. Alright, my favorite part of the game. Boom! Boom! The roar of the flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. And then you see the figure. It is Theodora von Valancius.
Are you lost, my heir?
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Based!
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
This is impossible.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees. But I can tell that you would like me to share that knowledge with you. That power over reality. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer, and that answer can be nothing other than acceptance.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises.
You preach it, sister!
Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
That's right!
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this burning.
Blasphemy!
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
The Emperor will guide the righteous on their path. Thousands of needles pierce your consciousness, but are powerless to stop you. You take a step forward and the illusion breaks. A wave of excruciating pain crashes over you, and Theodora's voice fades into the firestorm. You hear the voices of your companions calling you from behind, and the screams of the weak dying in the inescapable blaze. Their faith wasn't strong enough, chat. The blinding inferno, the harrowing pyre, the all-consuming storm releases you as you step out, barely able to stay on your feet. The blood is pounding in your ears, drowning out the world around you. Your eyes, caked in soot and burnt eyelashes, refuse to open. Free from the flames, you take 2 more steps before collapsing to your knees. The rush of blood in your temples and the horrible pain all over your scorched body cloud your mind, before suddenly retreating, as if driven away by some mighty whim. A new strength spreads throughout your veins, and despite the wounds, your body is once more ready for the trials and struggle. You open your eyes and see a glow with warm light before you, the Aquila, the sacred symbol of the Imperium. In the next moment, you are struck with another realization. The repulsive presence, the one that has plagued your mind since Voidver wounded you, is gone. The fire seems to have burned the entity away without a trace.
Master, can you hear me? Oh, you're alive. Which is more than I was expecting after what you just did.
Praise the Emperor. We passed through the flames. How can this be anything but a portent? For so it is said that the Emperor will bless the worthiest and most steadfast in their faith.
Amen! Behind Argenta, you see Idra Tlas, doubled over in a fit of nausea. The rest of the people who are following you have withered away in a fire that continues to rage, mere 2 steps away from you. The Emperor protects Central.
Indeed he does. Oh, if I hadn't seen it myself, I never would have believed.
What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us?
There was no Theodora, witch. There was an illusion, a temptation, a foul taint that tried to lead us astray. But he perceived its true nature.
Is that right, Adepta Sanctimonious? What? We'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord's Captain standing there in the fire? Abala, you tell her.
Blasphemy!
Whatever it was, it matters no longer. Your conduct is bordering on madness, your holiness. A path opened behind you, where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remain. What am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke for my lungs. Truly, would you have received wounds like these if there had been no fire?
The wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor.
Argenta herself sounds proud, even fervid, because she is the best girl and my future wife. No element holds power over the righteous. Even if you were anticipating another wave of pain, it does not come. Your muscles feel strong and your limbs obey you without fail. And yet, deep inside, somewhere next to your heart and stomach, you feel a certain tension, akin to that of a taut string. You are at your limit. Be it adrenaline or the strength of your faith, it will not carry you much further.
Did my eyes deceive me? I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire with the rest following in your wake.
I hurried here to join forces with you and the others. It's time to push the heretics back.
Indeed it is. Your wounds.
Look closely at Ethelthrad. Ethelthrad does not seem to have changed since you first met, but only at first glance. His face has taken on a strange hue. The skin at his temples appears scaled, and his voice now has an uncanny screeching quality. These are not traces of fatigue and stress. The Psycho's body has begun to mutate, a consequence of contact with the warp. My faith will keep me upright, with a weapon in my hand. That is all that matters.
Pray, forgive my insistence. I shall not be the one to doubt the faith of he who has passed the trial by fire. I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon. Yet I do not see the Lord Captain or her arch-militant in our midst. We are still receiving messages in her voice, but she is not responding to direct requests. I last saw Lady Theodora on the observation platform. When did you and she part ways?
It was at this very elevator, Master Ethelthrad. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Arch-Militant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of particular import. After that, all we heard from her were Vox broadcasts.
This is troubling, and the timing is inopportune. I am still receiving fragmentary reports from the bridge. Kunrad Voigtvir was spotted there, and even what scant intelligence on his activities I have reminds me of descriptions of sorcerous rituals. If that traitor has resorted to witchcraft, we must stop him at once.
I shall go to Theodora's chambers to find her.
A reasonable approach. Take your escort with you. You may be waylaid. Once you have found the Lord Captain, you must beg her to go to the bridge and lead the counterattack. The rogue trader's appearance is sure to fill the defenders' hearts with hope, however frightened or exhausted they may be. Until next we meet, may the Emperor bless your deeds. I shall see you on the field of battle.
Amen.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
I need goodies. I need goodies. There's no goodies in there. To the Lord Captain's quarters. Can you imagine having couches in your bathroom? The murder scene looks like... Oh. Theodora von Valancius's body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The arch-militant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No!
That's a good delivery, chat. So good.
Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
Almost certainly, he loathed Theodora.
First, betrayal. Now, the murder of the rogue trader. And Mort. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Let's check the militant's body. An auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and the furniture around with blood, brain matter, and shards of his skull. The safety on the arch-militant's weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. You lean closer to the body. The cause of death is apparent. What ended the rogue trader's life was an auto pistol shot, an extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye, a heap of blood-spattered parchments and scrolls that must have fallen off her desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else. Small shards of glass scattered on the floor. Reports, accounts, dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It is a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC and a seal with a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. And sends a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter is addressed to Theodora von Valentius, signed with the seal of one of the Holy Orders of the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, Xenos, and other enemies of humanity. It is difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object fell on the floor, and that is as much as you can ascertain. Upon closer examination, the shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they had been submerged in promethium. Idira, would you try touching Theodora? You might be able to see the killer through her eyes.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in the warp.
Idira, what do these shards tell you?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces, drawing closer. Lady Theodora, and Conrad, and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
We'd best be on our way.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
Amen!
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
Alright, chat. Excuse me, heavens. Requires dogmatic. I'm dogmatic. 5 fellowship. I'll take that for now. And what's this? Ooh, 10% bonus to commerce and Imperium lore. Huh. Okay. I'd rather put that on Abelard than anyone else. For now, Abelard, for now. Alright, chat. Argenta. Idira. And me.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Chop chop, motherfuckers. My turn.
I cannot comply.
Hey, awesome. Holy shit. Chat, I love this class. Holy fuck. That was awesome. 5 toughness if their intelligence is less than 35. Oh, chat, that's me. That's me. My intelligence is less than 35. And as a melee character, I definitely want toughness. Grant passive bonuses. Attacks made with a sword. Ooh. Ooh. Enemies attacked by the Blade Dancer have their weapon skill, ballistic skill, and perception reduced. Medicae is now determined by weapon skill instead of intelligence. Maximum wounds are increased. Steady hand, riding motion. Shield of Faith. I think we'll just take Blade in his hand. Yeah. That's pretty fucking sick. Hardened Scars. Combat Master. Definitely. Idira, it doesn't really matter, so you'll just get whatever's recommended. Argenta, it does matter, because you are going to be in my party. Rest assured. Bolt Weapon Expert. That might be worth it. Otherwise, Combat Master. Not going to need that. Not going to need Flame. Grenadier is always a good choice for her. Melee Weapon Specialist. Melta Nimble. Swift movements. Yeah, but where's the one that makes it so that she, like, doesn't shoot us? Fired up, rapid reload, camaraderie, cover efficiency. Oh no, we want to take rapid reload. All right, chat. Void Ship Bridge.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
You are here. But where is the Lord Captain?
Theodora von Valancius is dead. I found her and the Archmilitant in her study.
God Emperor preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
That's loser talk.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
I forbid you the very thought of yielding! Only by resigning to your fate will you truly suffer defeat!
Words worthy of a righteous soul.
Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
You can see Conrad Voigtver clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he's holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time.
Ready your weapons! If we are to die this day, let us die with honor.
No. To die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. No. It will not be like this. Not today. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches toward his...
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't...
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
What was the plan if the Psyker hadn't walked into the ritual circle? You got too many eyes there, boy. Hey, I wasn't even done with my turn.
May my rock be thy undoing.
Damn, son. Damn, son! That shit fucking hurt. And down I go. Well, we had a good run of things. Sorry, Abelard. We did it, chat. Yay! Yay! Hooray! Hooray! Yeah! Hooray! Hooray! Yeah! Yeah! Hooray! Yay! Gloves of endurance. Where if these gloves gets an injury or falls with their allies gain. Sure. Then what's this? Mantle of heroism. Oh, why, Abelard, that's for you. You're a hero.
The air is dead.
Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Oh, well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
We need to re-establish contact with the Navigator's Sanctum. It is our only chance of escaping from the warp. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
I am ready. Begin the ritual. Happy, happy, happy. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing, while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are my mockery.
I have already resisted the temptation of the warp once. Whatever you are, you will not cloud my mind with a new illusion.
Resisting the inevitable means only that realization and submission will bring greater torment. There is no power that can hinder the flows of fate.
This violent vow to return with a trophy. A relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
I am not your servant, Spectre! Begone!
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
You're looking at him, asshole.
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
Very good, Abelard.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. To hang the ancestral banners once again, and exact vengeance on the enemies of House von Valancius and humanity.
Alright, chat. Well, that seems as good a place to stop as any. I know it's a little bit of a shorter stream tonight, but you guys had me for almost 5 hours last night, so you're just going to have to make peace with that. I will talk to you all tomorrow, though, so thank you for your time, and like I say, we will pick this up then, because tomorrow's Monday, and you guys get a Monday stream as well. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening.